So, have you ever found yourself staring at a blank document late at night with a deadline only a few hours away? The cursor just keeps blinking, your brain feels completely stuck. We've all been there. The good news is that AI tools have improved a lot over the past few years, right? Not because they can think for you, but because they help remove those busy work so that you can actually focus on your own ideas. Now, in this video, I'll walk you through 9 AI tools that can genuinely make your study easier. No exaggerated promises, no hype. I think just what each tool does very well, and where you should actually be very careful. So pay attention to this video and let's get started. So let's begin with writing. Whether you're working on an essay, research paper, email, or scholarship application, clear writing always matters. First is Grammarly. It's probably the most popular writing assistant, and for a good reason. It catches spelling mistakes, catches grammar errors, catches an awkward wording, and even suggests more suitable tone while you're writing. The free version is, powerful enough for most students already. If you upgrade, you get more advanced suggestions for clarity, for style, and sentence flow. Then, one thing to remember though, don't accept every suggestion automatically, right? Take a few seconds and understand why it recommended a particular change. That is how you become a better writer instead of just, simply relying on the software itself. Next is ProWriting. So think of it as a, writing coach instead of just a grammar checker. It analyzes sentence varieties, readabilities, repeated word, pacing, and overall writing style. It's especially useful for longer documentations or documents like dissertation, research papers, personal statements, and thesis. So for short assignments, though it can feel like more like a feedback, than they actually need. So save it for a bigger project that you have. Third is the QuillBot. Most people know it for paraphrasing, but its summarizer is just as useful. It can quickly shorten long articles, reports, or your textbook chapters into something much easier to review. One important reminder: use paraphrasing to improve your own work, not to disguise for someone else's work, right? AI should help you communicate your ideas more clearly, not replace academic honesty. Now, research is where students usually spend much of their time. Fortunately, the next tool I'm going to show you now can speed up things significantly. First is Elicit. Instead of searching the web like Google and other search engines, it searches academic literature. Simply type your research questions and it finds your relevant papers while summarizing the findings for you. This is incredibly helpful when you're starting a literature review, right? But just remember, always open the original papers. AI summaries are helpful, but they shouldn't replace your reading and actual research. The next one is consensus. How does it work? Just ask it a research question like, does exercise improve memory? It searches peer-reviewed studies and shows where the overall scientific evidence points. It's an excellent starting point before diving deeper into the research yourself. Then there is SciSpace. Academic papers are often filled with technical languages. Now, this AI tool explains the difficult sections in simple English, making the research much more easier to understand. Now, this tool can also help generate citations in APA, MLA, Chicago, and other referencing style. But still, always double check your citations before submitting an assignment or whatsoever. Even the AI tools that I just mentioned occasionally make mistakes and formatting mistakes also. Now, let's talk about the tool that saves you a lot of time every single day. That's the NotebookLM. This AI tool is one of the most impressive AI tools available for students. How do you use it? Upload your lecture notes, your PDF, your slide, your textbook, and then ask it question about your own material instead of searching through dozens of pages. Now, what the LM do? It answers your questions, using the document that you provided already. It can even generate podcast studio summaries, which are great if you remember information better by listening, because it works from your own document. Actually, it's generally more reliable than asking a general question to any AI chatbot that you have online. Next is Otter.ai. Now, this AI tool records your lectures, your meeting, and discussions while creating transcripts in real time. Now, afterwards, what can you do with it? You can, generate summaries and highlight the key points in those notes that you've already taken. Now, it's incredibly useful for lectures and group projects. So just keep in mind that noisy environment and strong assets like mine can, reduce the accuracy. So always review your notes accurately before you go ahead to submit whatever you have. Finally, there is Notation AI. Now, how does it work? If you already organized your assignments and notes in Notation, the built-in AI feature makes your workflow even smoother. Now, it can summarize your notes, brainstorm ideas, improve your writings, and organize information, all without even leaving your workplace. So, if you prefer having one platform that handles nearly everything, Notation is the right AI tool for you. So, before we finish, let's talk about something that is just as important as the AI tools themselves. Now, I will tell you this: use AI tool to improve your work, not replace your thinking. Now, use AI tool to edit your writing, verify every citation, treat summaries at a starting point, not like your final answer. And whenever possible, read the original source yourself. Lecturers aren't just grading your final papers; they are now evaluating how well you understand the subject itself. AI can support your learning, right? But it should not replace your actual learning itself. Here is something worth thinking about. Many students today aren't just studying anymore. They are building YouTube channels, they are writing blogs, they are starting online businesses, or they are creating content alongside their coursework. The research, the writing and the communication skills are, you're developing now will continue to benefit you alongside after you graduate. If you are one of those creators or aspiring founders looking to grow your YouTube channel, your online presence, and all that, practical strategies to help you increase your visibility and build an audience around your work you're already doing. So if you want, in my next video, I'm going to drop how to actually use these 9 AI tools that I just mentioned. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your fellow students who could benefit from these AI tools. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.